Seeing how much lag I got here, guys. Has not even started over here. Here we go. Had y'all tell me how the stream. Yeah, if anybody comes in, there's no one in here yet. I don't know how else it's gonna work. I don't know if anybody shows up. Been under the weather for a week, I guess. Almost. Whoa. Let's see. Feeling a little peaked Monday. Feeling like crap Tuesday. And I was sick the last 2 days. Can't gripe too much though, because the baby had the same thing. Somebody came in and left because I don't have my picture up. Can't believe my face is that important to you folks. I mean, I know I'm pretty and everything, but I didn't think I was that pretty. It is lonely in here. It's just the two of us. Oh, let's turn the heater up though. Looked at my line thermostat or thermometer and it said it was 81 degrees at the back of the house. Figured it'd be warm out here, but it is not. It's not warm enough to suit me anyway. I say I got the stupid cold or whatever. Pardon me while I open a Dr. Pepper. You know, people don't get that that on YouTube you say it all the time is, it's not SHTF until it happens to you or whatever. Until the poop hits your fan, you don't notice it. It's that simple. And that's what's going to catch all of us. There's, I guarantee you what is it, Selma? Well, a couple months ago it was Oklahoma. A few months before that it was Kentucky, and now it's Alabama. And let's see, California had a little bit of diarrhea hit the fan the other day. What was that? I mean, the Los Angeles River's running full. That doesn't happen. I'm just saying, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what color, shape, size SHTF is going to be until that's there. Turn the camera on. See if people quit jumping in and out. The video's not going to be that great. It's just me out here in my shed. And I figure y'all can watch me cough and blow my nose. So, first, Sweet Pea got sick, and then little Elijah got sick. And then it's my turn. I forgot about that V8. I could have hit me a V8. The I've been through the end of the world as I know it several times. People don't realize how common a thing it is for the world as you know it to end. Uh, Change jobs. That's into the world as you knew it. Now you either starting a new job or yeah, looking for a job. Uh, if let's say you've been single for 25 years and you finally decide to get married, boom, that's the end of the world as you knew it. Because now you're there's two people, one person. It's nothing like you've ever done before. It's yeah, that's the end of the world as you know. Now, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20, 30, however many years later, then you you don't want to see the end of the world as you know it happen again because you kind of like having that other person around. Uh, I have literally forgotten how to live without my wife. I haven't known anything else for over 30 years. But those things happen. Um, Whether through divorce or death or accident or whatever. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can sneak up and actually cause you to go through the end of the world as we know or as you know it. We've had people. Well, those are just life changes. Whenever your life changes on a level that completely alters your life forever, that is the end of the world as you know it. It does not have to be a giant meteor shower blacking out the sun for 5 years and causing everybody to starve to death. That doesn't have to be what that doesn't have to. It doesn't take that to make it Teotwawki. Teotwawki, however you say it. Um, the There's no way to get through life without experience. There are a few blessed people out there that go their whole life. I was visiting with a young lady the other day. Uh, she had a really pretty silver hair, and she was uh, poking fun at the gentleman with the salt and pepper hair, more salt than pepper, and he was making jabs back or whatever. In the Anyway, the whole gist of the little conversation and the jibbing and jabbing, going back and forth. They'd been together for 62 years. Uh, and while they couldn't really afford to or didn't have the wherewithal and energy and everything to travel all over the world, or well, all over anymore. Uh, the way I managed to bump into them is I think they lived in Abilene, and they would just pick a town, they would pick a town, find a little cafe in the town. They would drive to the cafe, and whoever they met going in the door, they would offer to buy their lunch. And it wasn't me. They actually bought another woman, but I was sitting there, and I got the this is me. I interjected myself into the conversation, and yeah, it's they have for 62 years. They for longer. They have been married longer than I've been alive. They they literally would not know what to do if one or the other went. And plain and simple, one of them has to go first, unless that's why they're always driving around together, trying to make sure it happens in a car wreck. I don't know. The world as you knew it, Carol. But fortunately, life goes on. I've Liz isn't my first wife, and when my last marriage ended in divorce, that was into me. I thought um, I wasn't that bad a husband. That's a really long story that I don't feel like getting into. Anyway, we on mine and Liz's or Mrs. Me and the Mrs. on our what would it have been? 12th anniversary, 12th, 13th anniversary, something. Uh, we were at a restaurant, barbecue place, out on the outskirts of Texarkana, which has now been swallowed up and it's not there anymore. It was good food. Yeah, now it's gone. The property was worth more being sold and redeveloped. So, anyway, when we were in there, we had just had our anniversary, or maybe our anniversary was coming up, and there was an old couple in there that were having dinner together, or lunch together for their anniversary. And they were celebrating 67 years. 67 years together. Still just as appeared to be just as happy about being married as the day they got together. I don't know if they were happier when they first got together. They were probably annoyingly sickening on the people that always dancing on clouds and stuff. But my wife looked at me and she goes, "That's what I want. I want that." And I was like, because I'm really quick on stuff. I said, "What, barbecue sandwich?" She goes, "No, dumbass. I want to still be smiling at each other after we've been married for 60 something years." So, yeah. Yeah, and there you go, Carol. But anyway, it's like, I don't know, I guess I ride the fence on my channels or something, on who I watch. Maybe I suck at choosing sides. Maybe it's because I don't watch professional sports. So I don't have a team or whatever. I'm just one of those old NASCAR boys. Not even that into NASCAR anymore. I haven't watched NASCAR in forever. But it's like everybody's like accusing the other side of prepping wrong now. I'm like, oh, what? If I was living in Lubbock, Texas, or Amarillo, or Midland, Odessa, I'd be prepping a whole lot different. I was in Midland, Odessa. I would literally be sandbagging my walls. I would go buy Satcrete every time I got paid. I would fill sandwich bags with damp Satcrete and put it in my walls. I would do my level best to bulletproof every wall in my home, because that place is crazy. So, it all depends on where you're at, how you're living your life, how you prep. I don't know why. There's a lot of energy put into writing other people's chops for what they're doing. I know I'm not getting it right. I'm just doing the best I can. Doing the best I can with what I got. What's that? I am not liking these shelves at all, but this is what I got. This should actually supposed to be going to the store today, but I don't know if y'all can tell I don't feel well and I probably won't make it again. Hopefully I feel better tomorrow because I really need to go finish these carport. What do y'all got going on? Any of y'all's world ended yet? Anybody out there going through Teotwawki? Teotwawki. Teotwawki. I don't know how to say it. And people like try to generalize the SHTF. When SHTF hits, dude, that crap hits every day. Just a matter of how much of it hits the fan and what consistency it is. Even though I'm not buying into this all-out war thing they're saying on the news about Ukraine and all that over there. That's the people over there. I guarantee you, they think poop doesn't hit the fan. Some of them do. Maybe not the ones in the big cities. The ones where all the money and investments are and stuff. The ones where we can't tear up that city because that's where all the money's at. If it was a Putin was guilty of what they've been accused of Kiev, whatever you're supposed to call it now. That place would be a fucking parking lot. So, yeah. Oh, there I dropped out. Got started talking serious and everybody left. Must have said something to offend people or something. Well, what was it, I wonder? Tell me what I said, Carol. I would like to apologize, but I'm not sure what it was. It's hard telling not knowing, I guess. Maybe I'm just insensitive. Well, more insensitive than normal. Maybe I'm just being mean. That's probably what it is. I was just being mean. Just being mean hurt everybody's feelings and they left. It's weird to drop 4 people just like that just now. Oh, I didn't say anything? Okay. Well, now my feelings are hurt. If I didn't say anything, it's just me. The dog's snoring. Didn't hurt the dog's feelings. Ugh. Got to order. Found the place to order the parts for my gas powered chainsaw. Gonna order them. Rebuild that sucker one more time. And hopefully get a bunch of that standing dead over there cut up and hauled over here and stacked up. I'm gonna try to build as many rattlesnake dens along the edge of the property here as I can. You know, try to, I'm gonna cut the wood 18 inches, try to stack it 2 deep, about 4 foot high. Give the snakes plenty of places to crawl in and hide. Just, why not? It's only about, if I had to guess, there's probably 20 cords just on that one little patch. Because the drought killed a lot of the older trees. So they're dying and falling in. It's actually really scary in there. I'm going to have to, if I do it, I'm going to have to be super careful because there's a lot of widowmakers in there. Almost pulled one down on my head. And I told the missus about it, so y'all can go run into her and tell her. There was a 4-inch limb sticking out. And I was like, oh, that'll be easy enough to break off because it was about 9 foot long. I grabbed it, went to break it, and fucking tree. I got the whole tree. It missed me. That's when I started actually looking real close, and it's real sandy soil. You know what termites did? It was the mesquites, right? So they got the tap roots go way down into the aquifer. So the termites got down there and they ate. They just existed on the taproots on all these trees. So there's only about maybe foot and a half of tree in the dirt that hasn't been eaten away to nothing. So they fall down real easy. So yeah, I'll be taking a rope and over there, and I'll be like pulling them down before I cut them. Hey, Dior. Yeah, it's. I was trying to when I was getting ready for the live stream or whatever, which is awfully random. I just decided to do this because I'm bored. The wife's working. I got a lot of stuff I need to do, and I don't feel like doing it. Um, and the daughter's gone, the grandbaby's gone. It's just me and the dogs are boring as hell. So anyway, I was thought I'd do a live stream and just start yakking at people. Anyway, let's see, my dad died, and then my brother died, then my mother died. Hold on, let's see. My dad died. Uh, Horrible divorce. Um, Drug addiction. Brother died. Mother died. Uh, Bankruptcy twice. Um, Broken back. That was a biggie. I had 2.5 years to work through that one. Um, and those are just the biggies that I can think of that completely changed the landscape of my world. There were all kinds of little. Boy went to prison. That was good. And you got that the good ones. The end of the world as you know it. There's good ones too. People don't get that. Um, I met my wife. That was the end of the world as I knew it. My life before that wasn't worth shit until I met Mrs. Um, there's the kids. Every time one of those that was the end of the way I knew it. It's all going to be different after that. There's the grandkids. Completely different world. You we can't. Everybody has a different picture of what SHTF or Teotwawki is going to be. Teotwawki. 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 I don't know. Anyway, um, I still think it's going to come down to. I think we're in a slow burn. Like I think the world is slowly burning down around us. There's um, the financial situation. I think they can't keep stacking it up. And there's you can only stack shit so high before something starts to move. Um, the climate change, which I believe I don't believe it's man-made. I don't think we're helping any. Um, you can't deny the science on either side of the deal. You got to go somewhere. You got to take the science that each side quotes. You have to go in there and you have to take the meat out and leave the bones. And the world is changing, but we're not doing the best job we could about making it as survivable as possible. Um, so I'm a lousy uh, conservative right winger, I guess, because I don't buy into the climate change is a lie. It's not really happening. Oh man, I've been watching it my life. It's it's not. This is nothing about Texas weather is the same as Texas weather was when I was a kid coming up. Nothing. You can't go swimming in the same places. You can't go fishing in the same places. Uh, the things you hunt are completely different. Um, the number of pounds of product you can take off of each acre of land is immensely reduced. Uh, it's I haven't seen 3 foot cotton since I was 20, and that's the perfect. You know, all of that'll go through the stripper. You don't want 4 foot cotton; that's too hot. It's hard to strip. 3 foot, 3 foot cotton's good cotton. Ideally 2.5 feet. Big bushy. You don't want. That's what that piece of metal is there for, is to separate the plants so they go into the machine. You don't need a space between your plants during harvest. Grow together and be full of cotton balls. That doesn't happen anymore. Doesn't matter how much fertilizer you put on it. Um, the Can't grow cattle like you used to, mostly because of overgrazing. Uh, People don't realize that just because 20 years ago or 30 years ago, 40 years ago, you could run, uh, you know, X number of head to X number of acres, you can't do that anymore. There's not, and when it's not raining, you can't do it. Um, you just gotta, if you're gonna keep doing cattle, you're gonna have to buy the feed. You're gonna have to pin them up. You can't just keep letting them walk around out there and eat the stuff that's trying to grow. Because then when it finally does come on rain, there's nothing left. That's This whole piece of property we bought. We're gonna have to seed the whole thing. Oh, congratulations, Dior. If you're lucky, you won't ever have to do it again after you get out of school. We're blabbering about the end of the world as we know it. You went through it just here a while back with your old doggos. Now you got new doggos. Did it twice. One negative, one positive. Uh, this Stuff is easier to set on fire than uh, cotton balls and Vaseline. Steel wool is amazing. Just for the record, it don't weigh nothing. Been playing around with it. Amazing how easy it is to get that thing. You can get Vaseline and cotton balls to light up with flint and steel. You have to work your butt off. All that. No, who all know? I mean, because he hadn't put it on here, nothing. Rob and them suffered another hit in their family Christmas. Um, Rob trying to work himself to death. Well, I don't think he's trying to work himself to death. He's just working way too much, I think. I don't know if I could ever figure out a reason for dragon's breath, man. Um, Better ways to start a brush fire around here than that. Less noisy too. We had a big brush fire the other day. Not us, but this part of the world had a big brush fire. I think towards the end of it, the wind changed direction and pushed it back on itself, and they were able to get it out. It was actually cold the other day, but we didn't even we didn't put a fire in the fireplace because the um, uh, humidity was down damn near zero, and we had 35-mile-per-hour gusts, and I couldn't reach for anything without getting shocked. And they think that's what started that fire was actually plastic. Believe it or not, it happens. Walmart sack gets blown out in the field or whatever. It gets started blowing or whatever, and then it starts discharging the static electricity into something. It zaps the same spot 3 or 4 times, and there you go, you got a fire. And I didn't make that shit up. The firefighters told me that. They hate seeing shopping. They hate seeing plastic bags stuck in trees. Uh, Lodge is crawling now. Well, he was doing the army crawl. And yesterday, not before last, he figured out how to go in reverse on his hands and knees. That's not doing him a whole lot of good. But when he figures how to slap it on down into drive and go forward, it's already just with that freaking. He does palms and his right foot, and he can get across He can get anywhere he wants to in the house. And he gets up on them knees and gets started moving. We're in trouble. There we go. Another end of the world as we know it. No more. You have to make sure everything's above 3 foot again. Get rid of all the square tables. Have nothing but round tables. Don't mind them bumping into something and getting a goose egg. That teaches them a lesson. No sense in having to take them to the doctor and get stitches, though. Hey, C103. Hey, Mark, do I know that place you posted, or is that somewhere different? I'm not going to break my grandson's knees. Hey, wow, he's my grandkid. I need him to crawl. I need him to go over there and get more worms and stuff. Okay. I didn't think I recognized it. Sounds like an awesome place to spend the weekend, though. Well, Rob, I was going to send you a text, but that's the first thing that happened is the entire human race lost the ability to use their thumbs. It was a cyber attack. And they went through and reprogrammed everybody to think that they only had fingers and no opposable thumbs. So they were unable to respond with text messages anymore. So, yeah. Completely shut down global communications. There was no more Twitter. There was no more Facebook. There was no more Instagram. Except for those weird people that use their finger to scroll and actually use their pointer finger to do everything. Those people, those weirdos, they can still communicate. So. I don't know why they call them models. They're whores. I mean, if you're going to be something, you ought to wear the badge proud. I mean, hell, people over there in Fort Worth or Dallas rather, the lot lizards walk around in cut off T-shirts that say "for sale." I mean, they're proud of what they're doing, or well, for rent. It just seems like if you're going to do something like that, be proud of it and own it for what it is. There'll be a lot of men that figure out there ain't that many women out there that want to talk to them either. and that Cash App stuff stops working, ain't none of them going to be that popular anymore. Dude, she don't give a shit about your diesel. Never did. She just wanted to know about your credit limit. People out there letting them gals catfish them. I don't feel sorry for them at all. I mean, you don't let some old gal catfish you out of your hard-earned money for nothing. Then that's your business. Just let me know that you're that guy, man, because I don't need you in my mag, that's for sure. You got no morals and no standards. You're not the kind of guy anybody can depend on. Well, there. Yes, she loves you. You sure, Chipper? You sure he loves you that much? Good. Good, dear. I don't know. Guns you might get with Rob. He might pay for a picture. I'm not trying to put anything in his mouth or anything like that, but probably. I still got to take my stupid AR apart and put it back together. I don't want to take it apart until I get the part that I want to replace the offending part with. Unless it's food. Sorry, Rob. I'll leave that to them Instagram whores. You're so sexy. You should PM me. You should shut up. I don't know how many of those comments I get every day. I don't know if y'all noticed I don't put much on Instagram anymore because I get tired of the boings telling me, "Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's my grandson. Or you need to get that out your mouth." It's disgusting. So, yeah. Hey, Sasquatch. But yeah, I mean, you never know. You don't know if somebody else is going, what somebody else is planning for. I just don't know why everybody got to. Yeah, there's some guys out there that the assumptions that they are making about what is coming are really, really far out there. Some of these guys are really pushing the limits of imagination with what they assume is coming down the pipeline. But if you follow the same rabbit hole that they followed, you're like, oh well, maybe it's not as crazy as it seems. And the thing about it is, what they're prepping for, if they're even 75% ready when what the other person is prepping for hits, If they're 75% ready for for the major world cataclysm that they're setting on go for, then it's not that, and it's the economic collapse or the food supply logistics completely just crash, and there's no groceries, or blah blah this, blah blah that. I mean, they're still going to be miles ahead of where you're at. I just don't the just never going to be any good at picking sides on an argument about what you should be prepping for in stuff. I'm not going to be good at it because but until very recently, it never occurred to me to prep for earthquakes. And I'm actually worried about it now because if it keeps getting worse or whatever, the ground I'm on now can do. It's called liquefaction. That's not okay. Basically, all the sand and stuff vibrates at the right speed, and it just swallows everything. That's all the big shit goes to the bottom. Yeah, no. Because I'm sitting on top of 20 foot of sand right now. Ooh, Chipper's gonna go. He's gonna do hazmat. Later, Chip. I wonder if now I got to call him and find out if he's changing careers. Actually, some of the mammoths and mastodons and bison, the big suckers, and stuff that they found were actually encased in the earth during what they call soil liquefaction. You know, earthquakes hit, and they literally, the animals just sunk into the ground like as quicksand or whatever, and then they died, and then they were just there because they were buried alive. And harsh. Because if them particles of soil are moving that fast, they're going to generate some heat. So, not only are going down in the dirt, but it's got to be hot. It's just a sign. My brain telling me that it would have to generate heat. Maybe not enough to start a fire, but well, let's put it this way. Don't want to go that way. No, we call it both my mother and my mother-in-law were born during the Great Depression. And Something that was a lot more common than people realize is there were a lot of children abandoned during the Depression. Like literally, their mom and dad just set them on the church steps or the hospital or the orphanage, and they left. My mom grew up her entire life thinking that her mother died at childbirth, and that her father died 17 days later in a mining accident. Then you have what's that? Family tree thing you can do online or whatever. I forget what it's called. Genealogy stuff. Well, um, she didn't die, and he didn't die, and uh, they did, however, go completely across the country. Uh, Moved to San Diego, California, and tried to make a go of it. And then at some point, uh, her dad, who was still a young man, um, joined the army. Made it all the way through, and anyway, raised either 4 or 5 children in California. the, yeah, something else people say, oh, they're not keeping records or whatever, yada yada yada, on this. Dude, my sister-in-law and my wife were able to go use personal computers and little $9 a year subscriptions to these genealogy pages or whatever, and we're able to dig every bit of this up. So every time you fill out one of those background check deals, and they put which gun you're buying and all that stuff on it. Now your name, your ID number, that gun is registered to you. It's automatic. It goes through the computer. The computer does the thing. Yeah, and that could go. And if it does, I mean, there's all the things that could happen out there. What are you going to do to stop it? What is Wes going to do about that? What could I possibly do to slow down, arrest, uh, unfacilitate? That's not a word, but what am I going to do to stop the economic collapse of the U.S. dollar? Nothing. That is completely outside of my control. Which I can't do nothing about it. Um, a magnitude 10 earthquake in the Mississippi River Valley. What am I going to do to stop that? even less than I can do to stop a financial collapse. Uh, uh, a coronal mass ejection. I don't have a big enough umbrella to do shit about that either. I mean, if NASA wants to give me the money, I got a couple ideas, but I don't know if we've got that much plastic. And there's some possible bad side effects to, there's we do want some of the solar radiation to get in. So, hey, listen, um, it's outside my purview. Huh? Got my cherry. If the building bursts into flames and y'all see me running out screaming and crying like a little girl, okay, yeah, plant a bigger garden. Do I think it's smart to prep for retirement? Yeah, and I mean financially, yeah. Do I wish I could go back in time and do a better job of it? I twice I gambled off my retirement, and not on cards and shit either. On my own company. Um, almost made a go of it both times, too. The last time I wish I'd held out just another 6 months. I don't see how. Looking back, you think, oh, I could have done this or that, but I couldn't see those windows while I was there. So you can't beat yourself up over that stuff either. But yeah, it's a really good idea to plan for tomorrow. It's stuff that hits one part of the world doesn't affect another. Um, when the bottom falls out of the oil prices, it turns the Texas economy off. I mean, it's without the oil and gas industry, Texas doesn't have shit going for it. I mean, we used to, but um, cotton can be grown cheaper and better in other parts of the world now. China controls the cost of cotton or the price for cotton. The end. That's one of the problems that I see is that instead of food production being one of the basis for an economy or for the economy, it's energy production is the basis for most economies now. So people look at cheap food, cheap water as a given, or they used to. I don't know about anybody seen cost of a dozen eggs or a pound of flour lately. But that's not true anymore, because now the cost of your food is tied to the cost of energy. There's not as many people involved as in growing your food as there used to be, but there's a lot more energy involved. The size of the tractors they are putting in the fields today are insane. I don't want to have to climb in one of them big bastards. 44 series, I was last one I drove. That was enough for me. 42, 44 or something. It dragged a 9-row Hamby at 16 miles an hour. So that's a big tractor. Do 22 rows of a spring tooth, I believe. Yeah, a little sick. And that here I don't have a windmill, so if granted my well's shallow enough that here I could actually draw the water if I had to. That's one of the things that sold us on this place, was the water is closer to the surface. It was going to have to draw water 167 feet over there. Over here, it's not that far. And we can live just as modern a life here as we can in the city. We have internet. We can get cable. We have. We can be at a shopping mall in an hour and 15 minutes. It's, we can be at any kind of store we want to be in under 20 minutes. Gas station 9 minutes. It's not where you live that dictates whether or not you've given up on society, or whether or not you're betting on society. I'm not betting on this thing holding together. I'm not willing to gamble everything on it falling apart, but I'm not willing to gamble very much on it sticking together either. So, I mean, we pay our bills. We try to save. We are as frugal as we can be with our spending. And yeah, shit, buying that truck. It's dumb. But anyway, it is getting worked though. There's a lot of people on the interwebs here, though, that do just talk about trash and don't actually do anything and just want to bust other people's chops for what they're doing. Um, you know, if you were able to buckle on down and get everything paid off and you don't owe anybody a dime, kudos. Um, there's a lot of us working towards that, but there's a lot of us also out here that want to have something um, now. Not everybody um, not everybody wins when they go to Vegas. So sometimes people are lucky and sometimes they're not. Don't judge somebody else's behavior off of what you were able to do. Quite honestly, don't know what snuck up and screwed up their weekend. Oh, really? Sorry to hear that. They get that cold up there? And our chickens just now started laying again. They stopped laying for over 45 days. I mean, completely. I have a fire. Just didn't have a fire. Have fire in the butt can. Trying to kill it with Dr. Pepper. Tell my wife she'll never know. I got it. I think. Set a fire in that thing once every other day. Yeah, that's the ones that started back up for us. Well, our Americana crosses. Ooh, yeah, that'd do it. Yeah, it killed all of our winter plants here too, but they're coming back. All the weeds and stuff. Such as they are. And everything I need to go. I got to order a freaking round bale for this damn cow. Cool thing about it is, no guy, he'll bring them out here. Yeah, and see, that's something else. I mean, people that think they're going to just jump out in the woods and make a go of it, they're going to take their little um, apocalypse seed vault and go restart society or whatever. I hope they'll people buy lottery tickets. I bet they do. I bought seeds from the store that didn't germinate. And you're going to take something out of a vacuum sealed can that's been on the shelf for 10 years. What is guaranteed? It, the freaking apocalypse. Who are you going to sue? And, they're guaranteed on the cover operator error. You know, you need to know how to grow food. That's ripped on. You need to know how to grow your own food. If you know how to do it on a small scale, you stand a better chance at doing it on a larger scale. But if you can't grow tomatoes and bell peppers on your balcony, you're not going to grow them in the garden. The end. This is not a tidy mess. This is disgustingly. The side you can see is organized. That's my shelf. This is the wife's shelf. That's neat. That's neat. I did that. Well, except for that. Damn it. You know who did that? That black thing. You know who you were. Need to go back to the liquor store though. Almost all my bartering goods is gone. And this hole's not supposed to be here. This hole's not supposed to be here. And this hole's not supposed to be here. These don't have a home yet. That's not where that goes. Go over here. Yeah, I'm supposed to go to the store today. I just thought that I'm going to. You start coughing and sneezing and hacking in the store, and people freak out. Yes. That is true. We even prep paper plates for crying out loud. Because who wants to do dishes in the apocalypse? You really want to waste drinking water washing your little camping tin out or whatever, or just want to cook a group meal and everybody had a paper plate? That's yeah. And we were doing the styrofoam ones, and then we changed our mind. We went with paper because well, reasons. Yep. And plus, this stuff is catchy, and I don't want to make a bunch of people sick. I mean, that's just not cool. When you're sick and you go to town and just say "fuck all them people" and get them all sick, that's an asshole move, man. Just when you just ride it out a couple more days, the fever will break. When the fever breaks, go to town. Don't go hack lung on people and get everybody sick. I mean, that's just there's no sense in it. I don't like being sick. I don't make other people sick. This is annoying as crap, though. Uh, I know it's just a cold because whenever I get a cold, my lungs actually itch. My freaking lungs itch. And I don't like it. Oh, shrinkflation. Who has a Sonic? Who has Sonics where they live? Sonic drive-ins. You know, you drive in, push the button, tell them what you want. They bring you your food, you eat it. Yeah. I know what a number one Sonic burger used to look like. And I know what a small fry looked like. Um, and a small drink used to be 24 ounces, not 22, fucker. I'm just saying. The Sonic number one now is about the size of the Big Mac from back in the day. It's depressing, honestly. I was like, where are my tater tots at? Where are my tater tots? Because they said, what size tots and drink would you like? I said, a normal. Because they always want you to order the large or whatever. Ordinarily, a burger, a regular size drink, and regular size tater tots is plenty. But usually, I actually wind up with a couple of tater tots I can pitch out the window to feed the sparrows. Sparrows didn't get nothing. Tuna fish is mostly water now. Water, oil, or air. We don't buy, if we can avoid it, we don't get the tuna in water anymore. Because at least the tuna in oil has calories. Yeah, tuna in oil, a can of tuna in oil has 160 calories per serving. The tuna in water has 100 calories per serving for the same price. It's calories gain, people. We don't have enough salt. I know that. I don't have enough Mrs. Dash. And I need more Lowry's. There's no reason to have to eat food that's not delicious in the apocalypse. How many of you people have preps? I'm talking a big freaking stash of spices. Good afternoon, Wayne. It's not. Tuna in oil is not gross. Yeah, it's how the stuff gets spread around. Well, my daughter went to a dance and came back from the dance 2 days later. She was sick. So somebody at the dance should have stayed home. Um, and that's oh man. I need to check the hole and make sure my wife's not coming to the hole. She's probably in here lurking. Sick. This chicken's gonna see what's going on. Okay. See if I post anything good. Nope. 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 What are you doing? Okay. I actually like pink Himalayan salt. I found out though that you do not want any of the yellow Himalayan salt. That apparently is Yeti urine. Sorry. BRB. I gotta step outside here, out in the country, water the grass. Oh, yeah, it's warm right here. It is inside, baby. All that chicken out, huh? Where's the cow at? Hold on, you broke the guard back. Wind's not blowing. Bright and sunny. Perfect calm day. I could be painting if I could breathe. That's all I did was walk outside. I'm exhausted. Yeah, salt and sugar. We just bucket with a gasket. Yeah, and my wife doesn't leave my pink salt out where I can get to it. Um, she always puts that in something, hides it from me. Um, I'm all blaming her and stuff because, well, she's the one that puts that crap in buckets all the time, and then I can't find it. I am trying to learn how to, still trying to learn how to make my own flour. Still exploring. Man, it never occurred to me to use corn and wheat the way I've been using corn and wheat. You know, you can put corn and wheat in your stew, like dry corn, like seed corn. You can put that in your stew. It doesn't have to be a fresh corn. It can be corn, like deer corn. Wash it, crack it, throw it in the pot. Um, and cracked wheat and barley. Barley's really good in soup. There's 101. You do not have to make bread out of that stuff. There's a lot of ways to eat it without making bread. Just saying, bread's good too. But there's a lot of ways to extract the calories from wheat and corn without having to expend the calories it takes to knead bread and make it work. I mean, yeah, kneading the bread to make it, because sometimes a nice piece of bread is a nice piece of bread. That's just all there to it. Just saying. Yeah, and oats are really fast. If you take the rolled oats, you can put them, if you just want to put some body to your stew or your soup. Um, you know, say you got 6 adults, but only 3 potatoes. You can get everything ready and add a little oats. You can make a really watery vegetable soup, and then put a little cornmeal in there and thicken it up some. You got options. That's I enjoy playing around with food though. My daughter was looking for something in the freezer yesterday, and she's like, ah! She found one of my critters. She's like, that's just disgusting. I said, no, it's just a rat. It's not disgusting. Didn't even have fur on it or anything. That last time she did that, she found something that still had the fur on it. So, yeah, what Rob said. My ours will. You can make bread out of the flour that we grind, but we made that cornmeal mash that one time, Rob, with we went and harvested our own corn and ground it our own meal by hand and everything. That was pretty good stuff. Took forever to boil that crap though. Yeah, and lentils. And I admit, I didn't think I'd like lentils. I tried them here a few years back, and they're actually not bad. I think they taste like lima beans myself, and I like lima beans. They cook faster than beans. They cook a lot faster than lima beans. Ooh, we tried something the other day. I wonder if there's any of them out here. Uh, I think they're all in the pantry inside. Um, it's a it's a Margaret Holmes product. In they're called southern or seasoned field peas with snaps. They're black eyed peas. Um, that shit was good. Liz brought them home. She said, "We're gonna try these." Neither one of the ladies enjoyed them. I ate all of them. I ate all of it. I would have got thirds. Looking good. So now, I actually got the. I'm making me a stack of bullshit. So I'm gonna try to cook on cow chips. Just see if it can be done. I mean, we've tried to cook on everything else. Might as well cook on cow chip. Uh, I had me a stack of it, and then that with that last rain come through, and I thought I was being smart. I had it in buckets. Well, then the roof leaked and filled buckets full of water. So I had buckets of soaking ass wet cow shit. Um, those won't burn, I don't think. So I've started over on my collection because I poured those out. It's weird they didn't hold together so good. Yeah, that water was a little green. It didn't smell good though. You know, it's funny though. It didn't actually smell like food. It just didn't really smell. I wasn't going to risk drinking it. That's I sure hope my wife's not ghosting. Honey, I do not have the door open and the heater is not on. I promise. Yeah, we'd never seen them before. Now I don't like the Poppin' Johnnies. They're the same thing, but they put jalapenos in them. That ruins them. I don't like jalapenos in my food, which I'll eat jalapenos when I want jalapenos, but I don't like jalapenos in my food. How many of you are the kind of people that put jalapenos on your pizza? All right, DR, stuck there. Well, all you people that put jalapenos on your pizza to confess right now. It's just wrong. Bye, DR. Don't fall off of a pole. Don't slide down one either. Better off falling. Well, There's a lot of stuff I like jalapenos with. Pizza ain't one of them. Pizza and fish. Why the hell you want to put pizza or jalapenos anywhere close to my fish? Cayenne pepper don't go on fish either. It's just retarded. No such thing, girl. Now I love, I love armadillo eggs, jalapeno poppers. I eat those. They eat the crap out of those. Basically, jalapeno wrapped in bacon and stuffed with cream cheese. But that's food, right? That's proper food right there. I think that's why society's falling apart is because they started putting pepperonis and jalapenos on the same piece of bread. And what the hell is that potato pizza? Does anybody? What is that called? The one that's got the little slice of potatoes and this nasty yellow or white gravy stuff on it. Tastes like vomit. I like the barbecue pizza. I like bacon pizza. Bacon pizza's flipping good. My favorite pizza. My favorite pizza is sausage. Italian sausage is fine. Italian sausage, bacon, onion, and cheese. That's good stuff right there. You put some mushrooms around on that thing if you want to. You know, feeling adventures, sprinkle some green olives too. But that's a full meal deal right there. That's when you're wanting a balanced diet, getting all your vegetables and everything mixed in there. That's probably what it is, huh? Jalapenos with bacon and cream cheese. Now that I might try, but that is a pizza made out of stuff that's supposed to have jalapenos on it, not taking jalapenos and putting on something that they don't belong on. So, it is 12:30. I'm gonna go in there. I made breakfast a while ago. I forced myself to eat some fried eggs with gravy, and I cut me some little steaks off with backstrap off one of them sows and cooked them up. I forced myself to eat that a while ago. It was torture, but now I gotta go in there and clean up the kitchen. And waiting for the UPS guy to show up. And I think the dumpster truck ran over my tree. You see, mood driver. Really, it's like stupid easy to do. I gotta get my dog some water too. Just about choke herself to death, get some water at the bottom of that tub. You want some water? You know, if you'd acknowledge my presence every once in a while, I might treat you better. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You want some water? I need a new dog. She had no respect for me at all. Anyway, I'm going to get off here. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Made my day much better. Think about it, though. There's a lot of good content coming out there, though. People are actually starting to put out stuff on how to get things done and what they're doing and showing people what they're doing, which goes a whole lot further than the world is ending. Run and hide. They have moved the nuclear weapon. The fucking things are on wheels, okay? They move them all the time. They don't park them. They sneak them around all over the place. They don't want us to know where they're at. I'm so sick of Brad and Kelly. And I really like their channels. I mean, I watched Canadian Prepper and Full Spectrum Survival a lot 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago. And I watched them before I ever found Pastor Joe or Step One Survival. I'm done with them. Yeah, I don't hardly watch anybody anymore. I really have a hard time finding anything to watch on YouTube, honestly. So it's either doom and gloom or you're doing it wrong. I don't want to know who's doing it wrong. Show me how to do it right. For the love of God. So anyway, love you people. Y'all still love. Don't die. It's Friday. If sorry about not going live last Saturday, but yes, we went to medieval times in Dallas, Fort Worth, and watched people sword fight and stuff. It was a blast. That was the missus said, I want to do this. And I said, okay. And at first I was like, this is going to be retarded. And then I was like, no, not. After the first time those guys come out on their horses and them sticks hit them shields and wood went everywhere, I'm like, oh, okay, hold on. This got real interesting real fast. So it's pretty good stuff. Anyway, love you people. Y'all still out. Don't die. Ooh, Vegas. Love you, Rob. Love all you people, actually. I'm going to try real hard. Oops. Hit the wrong button.